very top of the pyramid, we have measured energy beam, which is electrical in nature, 28 kilohertz. It's continuous because we do measure it during all seasons, spring and summer and fall and winter. It's been measured by 5 different teams at 5 different times. Teams from Serbia, Italy, Croatia, Finland, and Germany. And this energy beam starts at the 13 feet diameter, 4.5 meters, going to 65 feet, coming back to 13, 65, 13. So it's like elliptic. In science, this phenomenon is called Tesla's scalar waves. Why Tesla? Of course, I'm talking about the brilliant mind of Nikola Tesla. 123 years ago, in his lab in Colorado Springs, he was investigating very subtle, soft energies. During the last 50 years, the Russian physicists, they've been investigating the same phenomena, the scalar waves. And they both concluded that the scalar waves, or scalar fields, that they move quicker than the speed of light. Well, how is that possible? Albert Einstein, 100 years back, hypothesized that the largest speed in the universe is the speed of light. It's almost 300,000 kilometers per second. And this is a big speed, really. Our planet, when you go around it, it's about 40,000 kilometers. 40,000, speed of light 300,000, meaning that the speed of light in 1 second can go 7.5 times around our planet. That's a really big speed. However, if you send the speed of light to our sun, it takes about 8 minutes. If you send it to the northern star, it's about 700 years. If you send it to the center of the galaxy, our galaxy, Milky Way, it's about 40,000 years. And if you send it to the center of the universe, where the old wise guy with the long white beard and the white robe is sitting, being very busy creating the planets and star systems and galaxies and the different forms of life, it takes about 5 billion years. So now imagine that we are that wise guy, the creator, the God. If it takes me 5 billion years to find out what's happening with my children, because all these planets, they are his children or her children, it's simply not practical. So imagine, we send a message to the creator, it takes 5 billion years. By the time he answers back, or she, it takes another 5 billion. So it's 10 billion years. It's a very long time. By then, we're going to get very long white birds. So we need something more practical. We need instant transfer of energy, of information. And sure enough, the scalar waves can move those information instantly from one end of the galaxy to another one. That's why we have concluded that the first potential purpose of pyramid energy, that particular energy beam, is to be the communication device. Now, we wanted to see direction of this energy beam. In the morning, it's not exactly at 90 degrees to the sky. It's a little bit more to the east. Well, the sun rises at the east in the morning. At the noontime, this energy beam is a little bit more to the south. Well, our sun is exactly located south at the noontime, exactly above our heads. And in the afternoon, southwest, in the evening, west. What does that mean? Well, it seems that this energy beam is following the path of our sun. Does that mean that our planet is communicating with our father, with our sun? Maybe. Does it mean that we use our sun as the gate, cosmic gate, to communicate to other star systems? Maybe. Does it mean that we can communicate through this way of communication with other galaxies? Well, it is very, very possible. And usually, the communication is always two-way communication, because the pyramids can emit the information, energy, but also they act as the antennas. So they receive the information. Is it possible that other planets also communicate with their suns, and through the suns with other star constellations and other galaxies, and all this info are going all the way back to the center of the galaxy, and the initial energies, initial information are coming to us through the center of the galaxy? It is possible, and in that case, we could talk about something that we can call the cosmic internet.
But this is so brilliant. And, you know, for us, because we've been measuring and we are saying to people, we use scalar wave technology. And what we actually realized is the information is available at an instant. This is why we're able to measure the past, because the field, the divine biofield, or what is called the human energy field, is actually a record keeper of everything that has ever happened. And this absolutely makes sense that the information is beamed out into the universe, into the sun. I would say it's probably like a satellite dish, probably, for our Milky Way in many ways, right? And then it communicates to other galaxies. And it's really interesting because we've been asked to measure different alien species. We, of course, have never been into alien species. And it's interesting the type of information is coming through because it's definitely there. The measurements are showing different frequencies for different planets and for different star systems and different species. So then, of course, it brings out this bigger question: how did we get here? Yeah, what are your thoughts?
I agree. I think that you mentioned one of the key words, field. You see, we are taught that, to think about certain phenomena just in one way. When we talk about moving from point A to point B, it doesn't matter if we move or energy moves or information moves. We always think that we need to go all the way from point A so many kilometers or so many miles to point B. But this is just one of the ways. You use the car or use the bike or you run or use the plane. This is just one of the ways. There are different ways to transfer the information. When you have twins, one living, let's say, in New York and another one in Munich, Germany, one collapses in New York for some reason, and his twin brother collapses at the same time in Munich, even though he had no reason to collapse. But obviously, we are talking about the information that move instantly, not in our classical way. So if we can translate this whole thing to the universe, yes, within the field, the movement of the information is instant.